Self-awareness, confidence, independence, purpose, and respect. All these words describe a high-value woman. Are you one? If no, this is your sign to become one. In this video, I'll share 25 tips on how to become the best version of you as a woman. You'll learn how to be at your best mentally and physically. And without further ado, let's start. Okay, tip number 1 is to make a life audit. What I mean with this is a wheel of life. They are a little bit different all. It's usually a career, finances. Notice that career and finances, they are differentiated because finances and career are different. Things can be going good for you regarding your career, but maybe you wish that you will be earning a little more. So that's why they are separated. Then friends, family, self-development, relationship, health, fun, like having fun in life. So then what you need to do is you need to rate every aspect of your life from 1 to 10, and 1 is bad and then 10 is good. Life audit gives you really good understanding of yourself. It is so easy to get caught up with life and then we're like just living the life, but then we still inside of us feel like, okay, something is not right. And sometimes it's really hard to understand what is not right. And this wheel of life really helps you to do that because you see black and white how things are in different aspects of your life. And then it also gives you an understanding where do you need to put more effort and more focus to in order to live fulfilled life. So in order to live your best life and be the best person for others as well, for yourself and others, you need to understand yourself very well. You need to understand how are different aspects of your life going. So this life audit, this wheel of life comes very handy in understanding how is it going with you and what are you maybe lacking in your life. And the next 3 tips are going to be health related because taking care of our health is very important. These are probably going to be quite like common sense and something you already probably know, but I cannot stress enough the importance of these 3 tips that are going to come next. Tip number 2, drink water. Just drink it. Really, I cannot stress enough how important it is to get enough water. It's good for your skin, it's good for your mood, it's good for your thinking, it's good for everything. In order to be that glowing girl, glowing woman, you need to drink that water. Like, I have a water bottle all the time with me. If I don't have a water bottle with me, I feel like I'm dying. Like, even now, I have my water here. Speaking of, it's time for a water break. Drink that water, okay? Tip number 3. Make eating healthy your priority number 1. Period. We are nowadays quite informed on the benefits of eating healthy, and obviously it's obvious that you need to eat healthy in order to feel good. All those things, like, it's like everyone knows it. If you eat healthy, your skin is good, you feel good, your mind is good, you are in shape, and la di la di la. Everyone knows this, but I eat healthy because I know how it makes me feel. I know that if I eat healthy, I feel optimal, I feel good, my thinking is clear. I can do things I want to do. I can be chasing my dreams. I can be living my dream life because I feel good. I have a one life. You have a one life. Everyone has only one life on this planet. And I want to squeeze everything from it. So I cannot afford eating unhealthy because otherwise I have no energy to do things I want to do in life. View it like that. Maybe that will help you to switch your diet into a more healthy one if you're still not eating healthy. Okay, tip number 4, I think this is. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Really, get that exercise, just do it. And I'm not talking about go to the gym 24/7. No, if you don't like to go to the gym 24/7 or if you don't like gym in general at all, then you don't go to the gym, then you find something else that you enjoy. It can be tennis, it can be dancing, it can be yoga, pilates. There's so many forms of sport that you can do that are beneficial for you. As long as it makes you sweat and it makes you sweat 3 times a week, then that's good. You just have to find something that works for you. Like, I know on social media everyone is going to the gym and running for 10 kilometers, but if you don't like that, then you don't do that. Then you find something else that you like to do and you do it 3 times a week. Okay? I used to be going to the gym for 5 times a week, and then I was running 3 times a week for 10 kilometers. Was that good? No. First of all, I was very tired. I was on nerves I was like snapping very easy. I got health problems with my thyroid, for example, and I didn't reach my dream body, no matter how much was I sporting. So don't make it an obsession. Just do it for your mind, you know, for your body to clear out. Exercising is super beneficial for you if you do it like not too much and not too little. It helps you to boost your mood, it helps you to think clear, and it in general like clears your body and makes you feel nice. So exercise is really a good thing, but you should do it in moderation, so you don't need to do it too much. So maybe that also helps you to start, because you actually don't have to do it so much, and you actually get to do something that you really like to do. You don't have to go to the gym if you don't want to go to the gym. Then tip number 5, which is the last tip regarding health, is get that sleep. Just go to sleep. Get enough sleep, okay? It's also very important for you. The benefits of sleep are numerous. You distress, you avoid health problems like obesity, for example, or heart problems or diabetes. Your skin will glow if you get enough sleep. You feel better and you're less likely to snap on other people and be angry. And that is also very important if you want for other people to respect you. Tip number 6, find your personal style and take care of your appearance. Find a good skincare routine and ditch all the extra stuff just away. If it adds too much stress to your life, if it takes too much time, if it's too many decisions, just simplify your life by figuring out your personal style. Because when you understand your type, when you know what kind of person you are, and then you create your own image according to that type, you change as a person completely, even though you didn't do much. You just started to dress according to your like type and your personal style. That does so much to you. That literally takes you from here to here without too much effort. How you look, how you appear to other people will change a lot, and if you do it according to your personal type and to your image, you will just look all 100. And make taking care of yourself like a also, if eating healthy is your priority number 2, taking care of yourself is your priority number 2. During this self-care time, you have a little extra session for your skincare. Take care of your nails, your hair, whatever it means for you. Maybe it means for you that you go to yoga or you go for a walk in a park. You know, it means different things for different people. I'm so sorry, there is a big truck and I think you will hear it in the mic. I hate these trucks. Okay, I'm going to share 2 pictures on how the person was before finding their personal style and after finding their personal style. Just take a moment to look at this. I decided to show you the example of Blake Lively. On the left pictures, she is about 18 to 20 years old. These are like her before pictures, before she found her personal style. And on the right pictures, her appearance, image, and energy is completely different. From this cute girl, she went to this sexy and beautiful woman, and only by changing what she's wearing and the makeup. Obviously, this is made by a stylist or an image creator, but this is how much finding a personal style can do. So that's what I mean. Finding your own type really, really helps you to level up your appearance and how you appear to others and yourself as well. And when you like yourself, others like you as well. When you just feel good, you are ready to conquer the world. This is what I mean with drinking water. Remember to drink your water. Even though it feels maybe materialistic, but it is not. Like, materialism is when your only happiness is in stuff. But this is about showing the best version of you to other people, but also to yourself. Image, appearance, your style, how you bring yourself to others, that's all part of you being the better version of you. Like, if you compare a person who is super talking, rude, and not well put together, the hair is not brushed, the teeth are not brushed, do you think you will like to be around such person? Most likely no. So that is why it's important to take care of yourself. And by the way, I also don't mean that you have to go and make your lips bigger or put Botox on your face. This is not what it's about. It's about bringing out your best features naturally. For some people that might be the case if that's what they truly want, but that's not necessary. Tip number 7, elimination. Eliminate all the toxic people from your life immediately. You don't need them. They add 0 value to your life. They just add stress, worry, self-doubt, self-criticism, self-critique, and all those negative emotions to your life. It does not elevate your life. It certainly doesn't help you to become the best version of you. Toxic people are there to drag you down. Sometimes we don't understand that these people are bad for us, because sometimes if you're being around toxic people long enough, you might think that these thoughts that they have about you are yours, whereas they're actually not yours. It's their thoughts about you that they've been injecting into you, and after a very long time they also became your own thoughts. This is why it's so crucial to be surrounded by people who actually want good for you, truly want good for you, and who are also on the same vibrations with you. They're positive, supportive, truly cheering for you. You want to be around such people, because when you're around people who think positive, you're also going to think positive. When you're around people who are toxic, you'll become one as well, sooner or later. Do you want to be a toxic person? I don't think so. I would rather be alone than around toxic people. And yes, I've been there. I had periods when I was just completely alone, and I was fine with it, because I knew that I will meet people, like I will meet the group of girls that will be supporting me, that will be my people. And I did, I found it. But yes, it did not happen immediately. It was like, I think I had a period when I was 1 year just alone, and during that time I had the time to work on my things, work on myself, become a better version of myself. You see what happened? I eliminated toxic people from my life, and what happened as a result is that my life elevated. And I've seen this with so many other people as well. Fucking trucks. And the second when they remove toxic people from their life, the quality of their life and things that happen in their life is just booming. So yeah, eliminate toxic people. I know it's hard, because if these are people who are your friends and they've been your friends like forever, then yes, that's going to be hard. Yes, there are cases when you cannot really eliminate or remove toxic people from your life, and this will be the case when it's your parents. What could help in these situations is to understand is that it is their perception of life. It's not your perception of life, and try to not let it in. I know it's hard. Just know that sooner or later, toxic people in your life will drag you down with them. And I genuinely think that no one deserves that. So that's why it's so important to take a look at who are you actually surrounded with, who are the people around you, and what do they think, what are their thinking patterns, what kind of attitudes they have towards life, and do they match yours? Do you want to live like they, and do they bring you happiness or joy, and do they support you in your things, and are they really cheerful for you? Are they happy for you? Do they truly want good things for you? And if that's not the case, then why would you want to be around such people? They're not going to add you better things in your life. Certainly not. Just know that you deserve better. You deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be surrounded with people who really care about you and support you, and just know that. Because those people truly exist. There are people who want the best for you, so remember that. Tip number 8, learn new things and be keen about education, whether that's academic or practical. Academical or practical. And why I say it is either academical or practical is because we are, in the end, we are different. Some people are very good at academic stuff, and some people are very good at practical stuff. One is not better than the other. It's just important that you embrace your skills and you get better in it. So if you're a hairdresser, you want to be the best hairdresser, or at least better than you were yesterday. That's how you keep your services valuable, you keep yourself valuable, and you're feeding your brain as well, because you're learning new things, you're in the trends, like what are the latest hairdresser trends. That is valuable for other people. Or if you're someone who is very good at knowledge and academical stuff, like theoretical stuff, then make sure you always keep learning, that you don't just learn one theory, you learn other theories as well. So always try to be smarter than you were yesterday, or better, more skilled than you were yesterday. We're not competing with other people, we're only competing with ourselves. When you keep yourself hungry for knowledge, you also keep yourself valuable. And when you keep yourself busy with becoming better at what you do and learning new things, you also appear more put together and ambitious and person with purpose. And these kind of people are also very attractive. And not only that you appear like that, you also become like that. When you're focusing on becoming better at what you do and learning new things, you really lose interest in all the unnecessary stuff, in drama and all the pointless stuff. And people cannot so easily get to you. You really become even more calm because you learn to respect yourself. You're just focused on other things. You get purpose in your life. Drink your water. Tip number 9. Start expanding your mind. Read books, listen to podcasts, listen or watch YouTubers that are inspiring. For example, me. Just a joke. Just pick what suits you. There are so many formats nowadays that you can do and expand your mind. You can listen, you can read, you can watch, and still be learning and expanding your mind. If you don't like reading books, you don't read books, you listen to podcasts. If you don't like to listen or read, you watch. If you don't like to watch or listen, you read, you know? I'm not saying this because this is currently very trendy to read books or listen to podcasts. No. I'm saying you this because when you learn something new, when you listen to people who are thinking differently from you, it's like expanding your mind from... I'm trying to explain this very clearly. So let's imagine we have a box and you are inside of that box. Your thinking currently is limited to the edges of that box. But when you start listening or learning or like expanding your mind, you open the box. You get out of the box. You get new perspective, right? Because when you are inside of the box, you see only the inside of the box. But when you get out of the box, you see so much and you see the box as well from the different perspective. And that's why expanding your mind is so crucial, because you get new ideas, you get new solutions, you get new perspective and things in your life. And those ideas are such that you could never have imagined that are in you if you would have not opened that box. Because you're currently thinking in a certain way. You have certain ideas, certain views on life, certain understandings, and you have no idea what is, like, let's say you are staying now in one room, and in that room you have certain ideas, certain views on life. In that room, in that very moment, you have no idea what is in the other room behind the door. But you just have to open the door, so start reading books or listening to podcasts or watching YouTube videos. And you open that door and you get into that other room, and it's filled with completely other ideas and perspectives and solutions and views. It changes you as a person. One book can turn your life completely around. Tip number 10. This tip is a little bit similar to the tip number 9, but this tip is actually going to put you to do things. So tip number 10 is to do something radical that will put you out of your comfort zone big time. You need to do this because that thing that makes you uncomfortable is your weakness. And in order to level up in life, you need to overcome your weaknesses. It also teaches you new things about you, to you, that you didn't know that existed. Because you force yourself into a situation that you have never had in your life. So you don't know what is there. What is that part of you that you've been avoiding? You don't know. And once you put yourself into that radical situation, you'll see how you react, how you handle it, and you learn new things about yourself, because you will be like, whoa, am I like this? Do I have this in me? Is this how I do things? So doing something radical, something uncomfortable, and something new will open new parts of yourself to you, and it will change your life for good. Tip number 11 is to catch your limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are those that limit you from doing what you want to do and from living your life as you want to live your life. They are really sneaky things, these limiting beliefs. It can even be that you don't even understand that it's a limiting belief. Limiting beliefs can be almost like truth. So this is hard. It's if you are new to journaling and self-awareness, then yes, it's going to be hard to catch your limiting beliefs. but luckily everything can be learned in practice. Usually the limiting belief is easy to find when something is conflicting inside of you. So for example, you have this thing that you want to do, you're dreaming of something, but you're not doing it. Every time you're like, I'm gonna do it now, and then the next second you're like, nope, I'm not going to. And that is the limiting belief that is talking to you. So on those moments you need to catch, what is that thing that is limiting you? What are you thinking about? What is the voice saying to you in your head? Is it saying to you that you're not good enough? Or is it saying to you that you're not able to do this thing what you want to do? That is the limiting belief, and you need to learn to catch them and then work through them, work away, get rid of them. That is hard, it is. But it's certainly easier when you find your limiting beliefs. And why you need to get rid of your limiting beliefs is because they're limiting your life, they're limiting you from becoming who you're meant to be. And these limiting beliefs are usually, they're not your beliefs, they're usually beliefs of other people. Someone else injected these beliefs into you, they're not yours, they're not your truth. That's why it's very important to get rid of them. Get rid of them. Tip number 12 is to do a SWOT analysis of yourself. SWOT analysis is used in marketing. It consists of weaknesses, strengths, opportunities, and threats. So you need to find your weaknesses, your strengths, then your opportunities, and what are threats for you. This is really beneficial for you to become more self-aware and really understand yourself. It's important to know your weaknesses, and it's also important, very important, to know your strengths as well, because then you know what you're really good at, and your weaknesses, well, you want to work on them and make them less of your weakness, but also maybe understand that some things suits you better than the others, and that's totally fine. When you find your strengths and you find your weaknesses, and that way you find opportunities for yourself. And like when you've done a good analysis of yourself, you can also find threats for you. For example, my weakness is to mourn in self-doubt. Well, then that is definitely a threat for you, that you will be eaten by that self-doubt, right? That's just an example, very simple example. SWOT analysis of you will really help you to understand yourself. Tip number 13 is to go to therapy. If you are not able to dive deep into the depths of your own mind, if you're not able to do that on your own, then you need help. You need external help. And sometimes that's the case, and that's totally fine. That's where the psychologist will help you. Believe me, if you cannot do it yourself, then you rather get help. Because becoming more self-aware is so important in order to have a better life for you, but also for the people around you. Tip number 14. Say goodbye to perfection. Bye! And understand that you'll never be ready. You'll never be perfect, and embrace the vulnerability of being a human being. Just acknowledge the fact that you'll never be perfect. Like, no matter how much you learn or study or educate yourself, or all three things were the same thing, right? Anyways, no matter how much you try to craft yourself, you know, like I'm again going to go to my metaphors. No matter how much you're going to craft yourself, you'll never be ready. You have to view yourself like a painter of your life, which will never be ready. The common problem among painters is that their paintings are never ready. So you have to view yourself like that as well. Or rather, you have to view yourself like the painting of the painter that is never ready. And acknowledge and understand and ingest and just digest it. That it's fine. It's totally fine. And the thing is that you become better in practice. So perfection is born in practice. That is only possible if you give yourself permission to start when you're not ready. If you start acting as an arrogant person, don't be arrogant. I view arrogant people as insecure people. Don't be arrogant. Be fine with it that you're not ready, that you're not perfect, and you're just here to learn and become better at whatever you're doing. And that's fine. And when you are like that, people also want to help you. They want you to achieve things. They want to give you things, and that is how you learn and become better, because of course you need other people along your way as well. But if you're arrogant and insecure, then other people also don't really want to help you to get further on your journey. So please be open for not being perfect. Tip number 15, which is very closely related to the previous tip, is to stop comparing yourself to other people. If you compare yourself, you paralyze yourself because you just end up doing nothing. Nowadays, it's so easy to compare yourself to people online, on social media, and that is so wrong because you will be surprised how fake social media is. It still keeps surprising me every day how you see someone's life and you will think like, no, they're not cheating. They're not cheating on social media. And then you learn about their real life and you're like, what the? Really? You will be surprised. And then other thing about comparison also is that you're probably comparing yourself to a person who already has achieved the things you also want in life. But the thing you need to realize here is that this person is on a completely different level than you. They went already through the journey to be where they are. Most likely they're not showing you the real journey that they had to go through in order to get where they are now. They're probably only showing you the nice things about it. They're probably making it looking more luxury than it actually was. You know what I'm trying to say here? And the thing is that let's say, this is just a metaphor again. You are on a level 1 and this person is on a level 2. So how can you compare yourself to someone who is on a level 2? You cannot. You can get inspired, you can get motivated, but you cannot compare yourself. And remember this, when you compare yourself to other people, you are eventually paralyzing yourself. Because when you look at these other people, you are like, oh, but they have these things and I can never have it, so I just rather not do it. But you don't realize that they had to go through hell in order to be where they are. And you will also, if you really want to be where they are. So rather compare yourself to the person who you were yesterday. Compare yourself with yourself. Are you better than you were yesterday? Are you even 0.5% better than you were yesterday? Then we're really talking. That's the only comparison you should have in your life, not with anyone else, because in the end, our paths and our lives and our experiences are very different. You cannot really compare yourself to anyone else but yourself. Everyone's time comes on a different times. Someone became successful when they were 18. Someone became successful when they were 50. It's really different. Really, comparing yourself to other people does nothing good for you. You can get inspired by other people and you can get motivated by other people. If you catch yourself comparing to them, then catch yourself back and stop comparing. Tip number 16. Establish boundaries and stop people pleasing. Be kind and respectful to other people, but stop people pleasing. Prioritize yourself so you can be there for other people as well. And if someone in your life doesn't understand this and makes it a problem, show them the door. Tip number 17. Learn to listen to yourself and your intuition and also learn to accept it. For example, for me, it took very long time to be like, oh, I can actually listen to myself and my intuition. Like, is that okay? Is that not something super dangerous? Will I not fuck up my life now? It doesn't only help you to get answers in difficult situations, but it also guides you towards like your path and where you're supposed to go, and eventually you'll find also purpose. It also helps you to become more self-aware. Okay, this situation made me feel like this. Why did it make me feel like this? Oh, because of this reason. Oh, well, I need to either add these things in my life or not have this again in my life, depending on how did it make you feel. And having that skill, that self-awareness will elevate your quality of life. Tip number 18 is to start working on your dreams. Write down your dreams on a paper, all your dreams, then pick 5 of them that you want to work during the next year. Then you're going to write goals based on your dreams. Then you're going to make those goals into steps, which you can take in order to reach your dreams. And also think of things like, what do you like to do? What do you dream of? And are your dreams actually yours, or are they someone else's dreams? Tip number 19, learn emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is an ability to understand, use, handle, and manage emotions. And that is really important if you want to be perceived as someone high value. If you cannot manage your emotions and you start screaming at other people when something is not feeling nice, then I don't think other people are really going to respect you. But also, in order to be a highly valued person, you need to also be able to understand the emotions of others and sometimes control yourself when someone else is screaming at you because they're being inadequate. Emotional intelligence is beneficial skill for everyone, and I really don't understand how is it not taught in schools even. But anyways, there is one book which is super good regarding this topic called Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. I'm going to put a picture here. Tip number 20. Humans are not supposed to live in a symbiosis. Mushrooms live in a symbiosis. No. You're not supposed to be dependent on anyone. And I mean emotionally dependent. If you cannot be a whole person by yourself alone, then you cannot be in a relationship. You cannot be in a healthy relationship. Do you understand what I mean? Because when you need another person in order to feel complete, you are not able to function on your own. And when you're not able to function on your own, you're going to, how to say it kindly, you're going to drain energy from that other person. And especially if you're in a relationship where you both are like that, you both cannot live without each other, and you live in a symbiosis with each other, you are going to eventually just destroy each other's lives. Wow, that was dramatic. What I'm trying to say here is that you must be truly happy on your own before you can enter a relationship with someone else, in order for that relationship to be healthy and beneficial for you both. You know, relationships are great. When you are in a well-functioning relationship, you make each other better. You point out each other's strengths and the good stuff, and you also let each other to live your own lives. You don't make it a drama if your partner wants to have an evening with friends, because you know you have your own stuff to do, so you're totally fine with it. When you are in a normal relationship, you let each other to do things, and you allow each other to live your own life and try to become the best versions of you while still being in that relationship. That relationship is not falling apart because of you doing your own things. And that is only possible when you and your partner are complete and a whole persons on your own. So in conclusion, your happiness is not supposed to be dependent on someone else. You are supposed to be happy on your own. You're supposed to be complete on your own. You're supposed to have interests and life on your own, and then enter a relationship. Tip number 21. Practice positivity. It will change your life. And I don't mean with this that you can never have negative emotions in your life ever again. No, that will be mental. Of course, we experience bad stuff in our life. We have negative emotions, and everything is not always nice, rosy and shiny, or however you say that. You see, positive people, their neural synapses goes quicker to the positive reaction, whereas for the negative people, their neural synapses goes quicker to the negative reaction. It's really in our brain. A situation happens and your reaction will be dependent on whether you have a shorter road to the negative or to the positive reaction. So synapses. But the thing is that when you think negative, you get into a cycle of bad things happening to you. When something happens to you and you react to it negatively, how can you see yourself out of that situation if you perceive it negatively? If your thinking is, oh, my life is doomed, I will never survive this, well, please. You will never survive it if you think it like that. Whereas if you try to see things positively, it doesn't mean that you cannot be sad about the situation. It just means that you try to seek for solutions that are beneficial for you. Your reaction most likely will be like, oh, this happened. Oh, it's so awful that it happened. But then after time that you digested it, you're like, but you see, this is actually good that it happened, because now I can do this. Or I can do this. Or instead of being sad, I can maybe try to get out of this situation by doing this, you know? So in my opinion, positive people seek solutions, whereas negative people get sucked deeper and deeper and deeper to the circle of bad things happening to them. That's how I view it. I don't know if you agree. Comment. If you agree or disagree, leave a comment in the comments below. Tip number 22. Give up on your victim mentality if you have one. You see, people with a victim mentality never take responsibility of their own life. But in order to live a good life, you need to take responsibility of your life. Drama queenies, you'll have to give up on your tiara. Being a drama queen, that's not attractive. There is nothing attractive in that. It's rather a sign of a low-value woman. And we are here to be high-value women, right? So if you're someone who likes drama, get rid of that. Instead of putting your energy into drama, put your energy into becoming a better version of you. That is much more productive. Tip number 24. Allow yourself to embrace your female energy. We are born on this earth to be females, to be women, not men. So don't embrace your masculine energy, embrace your female energy and give yourself permission to do that. That's totally fine. You're a woman, so you're supposed to radiate a feminine energy, not masculine energy. So please allow yourself to be a woman. If you identify yourself as a woman, that's an important point, okay? But if you're a woman and you identify yourself as a woman, give yourself permission to embrace your female energy. Instead of embracing the masculine energy, which is very trendy currently, embrace the female energy and allow yourself to do that. Learn about money and personal finances, learn about investing and start doing that. Stop spending money on stupid things and become smart about your finances. When your finances are under control, you sleep better and you worry less, and when you sleep better and you worry less, you look also better. No, but seriously, learning about finance and money will allow you to build wealth, and that will give you security and allows you to do things that you enjoy doing. By becoming smarter about money, you can have a better life, and what is more important, you are in charge of your life. Extra tip: never expect anything from anyone. If you expect something, you can also be disappointed. And that, my dear, will eventually make you sad. If you often expect something from other people, then you will be disappointed quite often. And I don't mean this negative, it's just something that we people tend to do. I also disappoint people, you disappoint people, everyone disappoints each other. It's just what humans do. So you will have a much happier life if you expect less. If you think of the good and expect the worst, you will probably be positively surprised because people will be exceeding your expectations because you're expecting the worst. Okay, that was it from me today. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like and give this video a like from the button below. And if you would want to see more content from me like this, please consider subscribing to my channel so we won't miss each other. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.